family. Family and guests, may I have your attention? We are about to begin the 149th commencement ceremony of Shepherd University's master's and doctoral degree recipients for summer 2021, fall 2021, and spring 2022. I am the Dean of Graduate and Professional Studies and Assistant Provost for Faculty Affairs, Dr. Richard Stevens. So that everyone can hear the name of each graduate, please hold your applause as the names are individually read. After the awarding of the degrees, we will ask you to help us recognize our graduates with your applause. One final note of business. As a courtesy to all graduates and guests, thank you in advance for silencing all electronic devices so that everyone can fully enjoy this special day. I am pleased to be presenting the degree candidates from the School of Graduate and Professional Studies. Rebecca Cecilia Blair Calloway. Osmond Antonio Anderson. Deborah Denise Saunders. Cambria Deanne Hill. Marian Luz Correa. Danielle Nicole Stevenson. Jera Lauren Bassett. Benjamin Andrew Pickett. Stephanie Nicole Gardner. Taylor Marie Shade. Johanna Rochelle Rohrbach. Amber Dawn Shockey. Stephanie Ruth Height. Seth David Mose. Sierra Jade Wilt. Paige K. Palmer. Parsha Dobronsky. Chelsea Leanne Paul. Andrea Raven Faith. Frederica Massini Larson. Kimberly Jane Barnhart. Helen Marie Amos. Natalie Rose Geis. Stephen Daniel Welty. Abdul Nasser Asherio. Erica Danielle Hill. Kaylin Jones Browning. Lacey Naomi Emery. Veronica Julia McDade. Nicholas Eugene Mummert. Sydney Aaron Kelly. Rhiannon Alicia Miller. Michael Eric Freeman. Richard Robinson. Kyle A. Smith. Adam Christopher Rice. Ayomide Adabamigbe. Madhav Monlama Tamang. Lauren England Posey. Kara Michelle Radonich. Michael Lewis Cochran. Justina Carey Workman. Christy Nicole Ashton. Muna A. Basali. Gerald Oliver. Ladies and gentlemen, let us congratulate the master's and doctoral degree candidates.
This is such a special day. Welcome, everyone. I am Mary Hendricks, a proud alumna and president of Shepherd University. It is my great pleasure to congratulate our master's and doctoral degree graduates, as well as their families and friends, on this major life accomplishment. On behalf of the Board of Governors, faculty, and staff of the university, and especially on behalf of our graduates, I welcome all of you to the 2022 commencement exercises for Shepherd University's master's and doctoral degree recipients. We are honored to welcome today's distinguished guest, graduate ceremony commencement speaker, and honorary degree recipient, Dr. James Michael Cherry. I wish to thank the Commencement Committee members and the many faculty, staff, and students who worked so hard to make this commencement exercise a great success. I would like to thank our police force for keeping us safe and secure at home. Also at this time, I would like to thank all active duty military personnel and all veterans. Without the sacrifices of our police and our military, we would not have the opportunity to celebrate this special occasion. Thank you to all of you. Shepherd has a rich history of having outstanding teachers, and we are honored and proud that Dr. Michael Groves, who's sitting right here with us, Associate Professor of Nursing, has been named one of 5 finalists for the 2021 West Virginia Professor of the Year honor. 7 other Shepherd faculty members have been distinguished with the Professor of the Year statewide honor in recognition of their work in the classroom, on the campus, and in our community. In the past, an additional 5 faculty members have been honored as finalists for this prestigious award given annually by the Faculty Merit Foundation of West Virginia. We are so proud of our faculty. It is now my great privilege to recognize Doctor of Science honorary degree recipient, Dr. James Michael Cherry, class of 1996. Dr. Cherry, would you be kind enough to join me at the podium? You'll notice Dr. Cherry is just a little bit taller than I am. Dr. James Michael Cherry is the Associate Director and Chief of Research Technologies at the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases, which is part of the National Institute of Health. He previously served as Senior Scientific Program Director and Scientific Advisor at the National Cancer Institute in Frederick, Maryland. Dr. Cherry, you have lived an exemplary career researching the molecular changes in ovarian tumor progression, and you have identified potential markers that have proven useful in early diagnosis and prognosis. You earned a doctorate in biology with a concentration in biomedical science from Catholic University of America in 2008, a Master of Science in molecular biology with a concentration in biotechnology from Johns Hopkins University in 2000, and a Bachelor of Science degree from Shepherd University, then called Shepherd College, in 1996, for which we are most proud. During your career, you have served as a scientific advisor for all high school, undergraduate, graduate, and capstone students at the National Cancer Institute Frederick campus. You are an assistant professor at Hood College, an adjunct professor at Mount St. Mary's University, and the National Institute Health Foundation for Advanced Education in the Sciences. Active in the community, you have served on several boards and advisory councils, including Shepherd University Board of Governors, for which you currently serve, Hood College Scientist in Residence, Mount St. Mary's University's Moss Advisory Board, Maranatha Baptist University, Frederick Community College and Hagerstown Community College, Visitation Academy Board of Directors, Frederick County Public Schools, Fairfax County Public Schools Advisory Council, and the Connolly School of the Holy Child Advisory Council. Always willing to share your knowledge, experience, and expertise, You were awarded the 2021 National Institutes of Health Directors Award for outstanding effort related to the establishment of the National Cancer Institute's Serological Sciences Network team in response to the SARS-CoV-2 pandemic. The NIH Directors Award is the most prestigious award that recognizes the greatest achievements of all institutes and centers within the NIH. In November 2021, you were a guest on a segment of the Scholars Athletes with Academic Goals Game Plan Initiative, where, as a former Shepherd football player, you shared your professional journey with student athletes in junior high, high school, and college. Your alma mater is very proud of your many remarkable accomplishments. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Shepherd University Board of Governors, I hereby confer upon you, Dr. James Michael Cherry, the degree of Doctor of Science honoris causa, that all the rights and privileges attached to this degree be preserved unto him. We have issued this letter patent from our hand, sealed with the official seal of the university. Okay, this is our photograph right here. Okay, don't forget to flip the pages.
Well, Dr. Hendricks, you made me sound so important. I'm really not, I promise. So, first of all, hello everyone and good morning. I am just so honored and excited to be able to deliver the commencement speech here at the graduate commencement for Shepherd University, the Shepherd University, at its 149th commencement in graduates of 2022. It fills my heart with so much joy to see all these smiling faces out here. I'm so thankful that I'm able to celebrate with you and your families and friends. I can feel and see the hopes and dreams as I walked down the hall and saw the graduates lined up. It was just amazing. It was just completely infectious. And now we're here to celebrate your accomplishments. Let's take a quick moment and think about this. A graduate degree during the world of COVID. A couple years ago, for a couple years, we've all been tested, some more than others. And in complete transparency, I cannot even imagine completing my master's or my PhD, mustering up the drive, determination, enthusiasm, much less the strength to complete that degree. But you guys did it, all during the world of COVID. So let's just take a quick moment and give yourselves a round of applause. I also want to just take a quick moment. We've got to acknowledge the mothers, the fathers, the sisters, the brothers, aunts, uncles, cousins, significant others, and close friends. These graduates don't do this without you. We are here celebrating you as well today, and we have to acknowledge the roles and support you provided for our graduates on this day. So before I get started, I want to share some words of encouragement. I first want to give honor and glory to our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Without him, none of this is possible. I want to also say Happy Mother's Day to all the moms here in the audience, those that are watching virtually. I have to take a quick moment and acknowledge my wife, Lisa Cherry, wish her Happy Mother's Day. She's always right by my side, pillar of strength. And I also want to take a moment and acknowledge my mom. Happy Mother's Day. She could not attend today, but she is watching. And I'm sure she will see this commencement address, and I want her to know, and I want my wife to know how much I love them and how blessed I am to have them in my life. I can't imagine where I'd be without either of these women. President Hendricks, Board of Governors, esteemed faculty, staff, guests, friends and family, and of course, above all, the class of 2022. It is an honor and privilege this year to deliver this year's graduate commencement address at my alma mater. I have to say, this is the first time I've been given an honorary degree, which is truly exciting. I've given hundreds of talks, as you heard, on keynote addresses, on biomedical research, and advanced technologies, ovarian cancer, colon cancer, prostates, and more now today with the SARS-CoV-2 virus and the tighter responses to the vaccines. But an honorary degree is just so exciting. I must say, though, Dr. Hendricks, where were you 15 years ago when I was busting my tail to get my original PhD? This would have been very helpful, right? I would probably have some hair under this hat, and I would have less, headlines, but to each his own. So graduates, as I prepared for this day, I really just started thinking and reminiscing about my graduation from this institution. I can't believe it. It's been almost 27 years. I was sitting in this building graduating from Shepherd College. And yes, it was a college. And Lord, I'm dating myself, but it was a college. But I remember all those days leading up to graduation. And I remember graduation. I do. I remember that day very vividly. I'll be honest, I woke up the day of graduation with a throbbing headache because I was out late night partying with some of my friends and teammates, some that are watching online, like Chris Jensen or Shepherd University's Vice President of Athletics, Chauncey Winbush, if he's not here, but he was out with me. But we had a great time. The day of graduation, my roommates and our families put together a huge barbecue to celebrate our accomplishments. And I remember to this day my dad walking around campus and talking to everyone saying, hey, come over to the barbecue, come celebrate with us the graduation for his son. I also remember him being right outside of campus over here at Sheets on 45, inviting the people that work there. Come over to the barbecue, the fire will be fired up, come on out, get some to eat. I think back and it makes me smile because it was a great day. And I've shared what I do remember, but I will tell you guys, I don't have a clue who our commencement speaker was until last night when Dr. Hendricks and I had dinner, and she reminded me. And I genuinely do not remember what that person shared with us on that special day. So acknowledging that fact, I cannot make this commencement address memorable. I promise you this, I will make it short, and I will be honest with all of you. I have sat where you're sitting 3 different times at 3 different universities, and it's customary for the commencement speaker to inspire you, to laud you, to prompt you and prod you to go out to the so-called real world and achieve so-called great things. And I thought to myself, how am I going to do this for these guys? What can I share? I sat down with my dad, the person I aspire to be, like a father and a husband, and he simply said to me, he calls me Jimmy, Jimmy, just connect with the graduates. Tell your story so they can relate to you, and you have to be able to share both the good and the bad and the roads that you traveled. So as we're here to celebrate your academic accomplishments today, I've decided to share with you and talk about the benefits of my failures. Looking back at that 18-year-old at his first graduation to this 40-something that's standing up before you now, I would say, wow, I have failed multiple times, many times, and I will continue to fail. But I will also say that I've used these failures as fuel to allow me to get where I'm at now and where I aspire to be. I will be honest, I would love to tell you that the road to making your dreams a reality, everything is going to work out, and it's going to be an easy road. But it's not, I promise, it's not. The road will be crooked, it will have bumps, it will be ups and downs, twists and turns, and it will be painful. So just prepare yourself for a dogfight. If you want it, you'll go get it. Let me give you a bit of background about myself. I got the message early in life from my parents that education is the key to achieving all one's goals. But understand, they weren't talking about degrees, they were talking about knowledge. And as I got older, I found myself listening to my father and sharing with me that if you want something, it's your responsibility to go get it, no one else's. Success is not for the weak and the uncommitted. So I started to understand that, and at that moment, I started to feel that I had to press on. I got that same product, I'm the same product of this community that you guys are a part of. And this message resonates while I was attending this university, from coaches I played for and professors I had. The beauty of this school is that the faculty and staff, they truly love their student body. For me, this person that I would attribute all of my biomedical research success and the road he put me on was a professor, Dr. Burton C. Linderdink, who I invited to come with us today, and he is with us. And I can safely say in my heart of hearts, I love this man because he saw something in me that I never saw in myself. He and his wife lived in town. They would attend games and support the football team. And while I was enrolled in his bio class, I remember we would talk about the games, but as the semester went on, we would now switch from talking about the games and the team to more about, maybe potentially switching from being an econ major, which I was, to a biology major. Now, I'll be honest, those biology students are smart, man. I was nervous. I was like, I can't keep up with those kids. But I knew that it wasn't for me. I thought, I want to play ball. That was my mindset at 18 years old. I want to come here and play ball, I'll graduate and move on. But by the end of the semester, I remember he called me to his office, and he asked me to meet with me. And I don't know if you guys know, but over on the east side of campus, Lutch and Sloniker is where his office was at that time, before the new science building was up at Snyder. And he had an office on the first floor. And I came in, and he looked me dead in the eye, direct as direct can be. And he said, JC, look, I understand you're here on a football scholarship, and you want to play ball, but you need to get an education, and you need to get one that you're going to be passionate about and you're going to enjoy. And he told me he saw this in me in biological sciences. Now, he made it crystal clear that it was going to be a difficult challenge. I had to learn the concepts, I had to study hard, and he felt strongly in his heart of hearts that I had the work ethic to do that. Now, I think he read me well, and he still reads me well. He realized that I was going to kind of blow him off and move on. And then he looked me dead in the face and said, you're not going to play ball forever. You've had knee surgeries, you've injured your knee, it's going to end quicker than you think. And I promise you the NFL is not calling you. This is not WVU, it's not Alabama. Let's get moving. Now, I'll be honest with you, I thought to myself, who is this guy? He didn't know me that well. How does he didn't know me well enough to say that. But after that conversation, I remember thinking to myself, I had to hear this, right? It was a message that I had to hear because I wasn't hearing because my parents were back home in Maryland. And I had to start realizing I had to focus on what was going to bring passion and joy to my life, right? And I decided that I had to focus on that education. I'd switch my major from econ to biology. Now, I would love to share with you, and I'm sure he would love to share with you, that everything was going to be great and simple after I made that switch. And I graduated with honors, and I was a McMurrin Scholar from Shepherd, but no, that's not the case at all, I promise. Exactly what happened was I stumbled a lot. I had to take summer courses several times, but he always kept his faith in me and told me to keep pressing on. I kept studying, and by the end of the junior year, I had it in my mindset that I wanted to go to medical school. Now, I think Dr. Lingernick knew GPA is not there, and it wasn't, right? I barely had a 3.0. My entrance scores from MCATs weren't great. I applied, not one secondary application, not one interview, and I thought, Jesus, well, that's a waste of time. Why am I a bio major? This is ridiculous, right? But by my senior year, I sat down with him, and I said, what do I have to do to get into medical school? Because you need to go to grad school, maybe think about a PhD. And I thought, I'm not getting my PhD. I'll get my master's, get done, and then reapply to medical school. So I was accepted to Johns Hopkins. I completed my degree, and I graduated with honors, and I thought, I'm a shoo-in. Graduate with honors from Johns Hopkins University, I'm going to go to medical school. I got one interview, didn't get in, so I failed again. I didn't get it, right? But then I started to realize I hadn't failed, right? I had a master's degree from one of the most prominent universities in the country. And then I was accepted into Catholic University of America with an opportunity to do my doctorate in biomedical research in partnership with the National Institutes of Health, which is a new program they were establishing. Well, I completed my PhD. I got my butt kicked by a number of scientists at Catholic University and at NIH, but I learned so much. And one of the things I did learn was the sacrifices that we have to put in to complete that goal. And when I was done, I had a doctorate in biomedical science. I hope you guys are all seeing the pattern here. Every graduate in this university has the training and the talent to succeed at whatever their hearts desire. Trust me, if you can dream it, it will happen. But let me assure you, everyone, that you will fail at some point in your career and in your life. It is inevitable. Just accept it. You're going to lose. You're going to embarrass yourself. You're going to suck at something. But there's no doubt about it, you need to embrace that. But I want you guys all to understand that these failures are not going to define who you are. They're not a part of life. They're not going to define your life. You all may be thinking, why is he up here telling us about all these failures? This is a day of celebration. I want to share this with you because I don't want to pretend that failure is fun. It is not, but there's so much you can learn from failures. Looking back at my failures, I realized they were blessings because they basically were stripping away to the essentials of what I needed. See, these failures helped me find the drive and the determination to succeed in biomedical research. I also was set free because my greatest fear came true. I had failed and I was surrounded by some great people that were standing at the podium, raising their hand high and presenting. I had a doctorate in biomedical science, and a couple years later, I was named one of the scientific program directors at the National Cancer Institute. These failures gave me inner strength and security that I would not have achieved without them. The knowledge you're going to gain from your failures and setbacks are actually knowledge and security and strength, and knowing you can survive those and take it one step closer to achieving your goal. As you can see, major setbacks that allowed me to be where I am now in my career as an associate director with the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases and a chief of the research technology branch. And I'll tell you guys real quickly that just 8 or 9 months ago, I had a huge setback in my career. I wasn't named the associate director at my previous institution. But looking back, I gotta tell you, that was the best thing that ever happened to me, because now I'm here, and I love being a part of the National Institute. Graduating class, please hear me well on this day. You have reached the top of the mountain, and now you're deciding on the next jobs, next steps in your career, or furthering your education, whatever that is. I ask you all, please, to find your purpose first, and then find that job. See, the beauty of the purpose is that it crosses disciplines. It's an essential element to you as a person. Your existence is going to be wrapped up in the accomplishments that you achieve. Please remember, whatever career you select, the struggles along the way are meant to help you accomplish your destiny and your purpose. And sometimes those rejections are protection. So have faith and move forward. I do not know what the future holds for each of you, but if you're willing to accept the harder road, the more complicated one, the one with more failures first and successes, then you have set yourself at a high bar. And the one that ultimately will give you more meaning to life, and you won't regret that decision. This is your time, guys. Embrace it. Shepherd University's legacy is not wrapped up in the money that you're going to make, but the challenges you're going to confront and overcome. To get a life of convenience, you must get comfortable being uncomfortable. If you get that, you're 80% there. Your goal is with literally in reaching distance. Okay, guys, don't worry, I'm almost finished. As graduates, you are bound in affection and shared an experience that may never come again. The questions I want you to ask yourself is this: where do you want your life to be today? Where are you really trying to go? What is your destiny, and what is going to fill you up inside? And I'm not talking about achievements, I'm talking about joy, real joy. Something's going to give you a sense of meaningfulness and arrivedness. Progress is happiness, you must remember that, and if you don't fail, you're not even trying. I want to be the first to welcome you as family, not just alumni, to this wonderful university. And may God bless each and every one of you. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Cherry, for the inspiration of your work and for your address to us today. We appreciate your sharing this very important day with us, and I guarantee you everyone in the audience will remember who the commencement speaker was today for the class of 2022. I would like to recognize and congratulate those master's degree students whose achievements have earned them Phi Kappa Phi membership, the highest academic distinction that Shepherd University confers. Phi Kappa Phi is the nation's oldest and most selective all-discipline honor society. Membership is by invitation only to post-baccalaureate degree students who rank academically in the upper 10% of all graduate and professional students. Congratulations, Phi Kappa Phi graduates. And now I would like to ask the members of Phi Kappa Phi National Honor Society to please stand and be recognized. Thank you. Once again, congratulations to all of our master's and doctoral degree graduates and to their loved ones gathered in celebration here today. On behalf of Mr. Jim Oxer, President of the Shepherd University Alumni Association and Mayor for the Corporation of Shepherdstown, we welcome today's graduates as Shepherd alumni. A lapel pin located at your seats symbolizes your new status. May graduates, we are very excited to announce that your Shepherd University diplomas are available to be picked up today in person at the 0-year reunion. I now ask our guests and our faculty, in honor of our graduates, to please remain in your seats until you are dismissed by a commencement ambassador. Graduates, please follow the commencement ambassador to the 0-year reunion, which will take place in the Frank Center. I now declare the 2022 graduate commencement ceremony for Shepherd University closed. Let knowledge serve.